Hello and welcome to the next transmission in Reset and Liberate. Wow. Okay, we got a big one here. This is for those of you into the planet movements, astrology. You don't have to be. You can use this practically in the elements and the advice, if you like, that's being given here. Or if you're someone that likes to flow with the energies and gets that and relates to that resonates with you, then use it. Okay, so this is Neptune enters Aries. Okay, this just happened. And this is a portal really like no other, because what you choose in this portal will last for many, many years, like a decade. Okay, 10 years. So, and that may sound like, whoa, that's intense, or that's a lot, but it's really exciting because whatever you activate now will be like the gift that keeps on giving. So if you've been with Reset and Liberate, the masterclasses are under the live. There's 2 masterclasses: identity, decisions, consultancy, advice, and execution is what it's all about. Don't worry if you haven't been with that. You can use this on its own as a standalone, or you can go check those out if you wish. And the other transmissions that have come out on the run up to this, they'll be relevant for whenever you receive them. It's always timeless, and it is always related to your individual, one of a kind, sacred geometry profile signature that has 4 elements bespoke to you. If you don't have that, we can gift that to you. Get in touch. If you have that, then make sure you get your personalization on how to utilize this, okay, in what comes up for you as you listen today. So what you do in this portal with this advice in this moment will pretty much determine your life over the next decade, the next 10 years, okay, in a good way. All right, the gift that keeps on giving, because we have Neptune that's been entering Aries, and Neptune is going to be in Aries for a full 10 years. Okay, we talked about planting the seed of your identity, the decisions, and reaping what you sow. So again, this is an opportunity to plant some seeds and activate creation. Okay, so, and this will carry on, okay, working for you, from you, and to you in the next months, the next few years. And so whilst it's a big portal, all right, you don't want to take it in a too heavy fashion, but also not too lightly, but lightly in the opportunity, as this is what Neptune Aries is all about. It's about entering your purpose. So if you remember in the master classes, we're looking at your purpose, your relationships, your wealth, your health, okay, as pillars of what do you desire in those areas for 2026. So write that down. If you haven't yet, write that down, okay, in all of those areas, okay. And the opportunity now is to ask yourself some questions to activate this portal. And it's a big question, okay? Because we desire certain things, we want certain things, we want, our health to be better, or to have a certain amount of money, or to get married, or get that job, or have that business, or have that baby, or have that deal come through, or have our relationship get better. So, but the promote, even when we achieve those things, and you may have achieved a lot of things, write down all the things you've achieved in your life. There's always something nagging, right? Like I had a 18-year career in marketing, and there was something nagging, like, and it almost feels like you're ungrateful, like this isn't enough, like what's wrong with me? Or you have a child, a family, a husband, a beautiful home, right? Or whatever you've achieved, and you kind of like something's still missing, and that's okay, because this is to do with why are you here, okay? we have purpose. All those things give us purpose, right? The job you have, looking after your children, your friends, that's a purpose. Everything's purpose, okay? But there's always feels like there's something missing. No matter what you do. So why is there something missing? Because it's that question. Why are you here? So ask yourself, why am I here? Like, what's the point to all of this? Why am I really here? And this is because you have a soul purpose, a sacred purpose, what we call a soul-designed IP, intellectual property, that's in your design, in your signature, that you're here to be, to enjoy, and do. Okay? So if you're here and you're like, well, I'm just here to live, work on something, even if you enjoy it, have a beautiful relationship, get married, travel, maybe children, and go, well, and you have that feeling, is this it? But then you feel like, why am I saying, is this it? Like, I've received a lot in life. Like, am I ungrateful? Is there something wrong with me? Why can't I just appreciate it? Why can't I appreciate that job or those colleagues or these beautiful experiences? It's because you have a soul's purpose. And especially if you received all those achievements, it's going to nag you some more. Okay? So it is time to ask that question. Why am I here? What is my soul craving for right now? Okay, and write that down and share it in the comments with us privately. As clients, of course, you'll get a fuller download on how to activate that. Or if you want to reach out and you're not a client, feel free. We aim to help as much as possible because this is highly personalized to you. So Neptune entering Aries is a wake-up call, like the wake the F up. Okay, right? So if you had to wake the F up right now, why were you put on this planet in the first place? Why was I put on the planet in this first place? What am I here for? What do I care about? Question mark. Answer that. Write that down. You've asked this question before, maybe subconsciously, or felt it. So sometimes it can sound a bit, fanatical when we say we've got a higher calling, a higher purpose, something to fulfill. It can feel egotistical or something crazy, or you're just losing the plot. Trust me, you're not. Okay, that rhymes. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. But yes, you are. Okay, that's why you have this feeling. And especially if you have this feeling, you do have that. Okay. So, and there's answers to that. There's very written answers in your identity profile signature. So even if you answer these questions a bit abstract, it can be given to you exactly what that is through the insights, the readings that come from your identity, sacred geometry profile signature that's unique to you. Okay. And that's what's coming through right now. So if you're feeling lost, you're actually being found. Okay. So what is your purpose? Okay. Is it really just to do all of these things, to tick all these boxes, get an education, get a house? Okay, which are all great. They feel great. They have a purpose, but no, there's something missing. Okay. So because this isn't your sacred soul purpose. Okay. So until you start to answer that calling, you will never truly be fulfilled. And when you start answering that calling, but not just answering it, new identity, we talked about new life, new decisions, consultancy and advice to execute it, it will give you healing and not just education, but education that you actually do. So not just knowledge, because a lot of us are thinking about things, know about things, but it's not the same as doing them. Okay, and that brings a true fulfillment. It's the new healing, if you like, the new therapy. So you can get all the things right, and you may have had many things. Maybe you've got a house, maybe you've got a relationship, or you've had relationships, or you've got beautiful jewelry, or you've got beautiful paintings, or you've got a car, or whatever it is. You can have everything, but deep down you still have that question mark, or that part that's missing. Like, hold on, what's missing here? So ask yourself, what is missing for me? What is the point? Okay. And this is why we can feel like we're getting depressed. But depressed just means suppressed. It means your soul design IP mission, your intellectual property, your soul purpose, okay, is being suppressed. So even when you have everything, okay, or maybe you have nothing, or you're somewhere in between, this is the real reason. And, I've been through this many times because there's many upgrades you can have, okay? It's not a one-time thing. And I knew something was missing. So what is that missing thing for you? So now your purpose can feel frivolous. It can feel like, how's that a purpose? Like, maybe it's being a DJ. Maybe it's being like the identity that's coming online for me, which is in entertainment and in introducing artists to gigs and after parties. It's like, well, wow, that seems a bit fun and amazing. But there's purpose in it. So it can feel frivolous, or it can feel very meaningful. Like this purpose is beyond yourself, okay? And we do lots of things of purpose, right? You hold a home, you may look after yourself, look after a child, a friend, clients, colleagues. That's all purpose, but something is still missing. So, yeah. And there's something you're here to be. And that purpose, even if it feels frivolous or pointless or, selfish, or maybe it does feel very big and of service to humanity. It doesn't have to feel that way, but it is service to humanity. And when you realize it and get the messages, you'll see why it's service to humanity. Our soul design IP purpose is here to serve humanity in some way. Okay. And we have like a soul design IP ecosystem amongst us that we actually, if we all get into that service, it's like conscious capitalism. Everybody wins. We all come together to be of service to the world. And yeah. And, you might resist this and think, well, I just want love. I just want money. I just want security. Those things come with this. Yet it's also true, if you've had the experience, you can get those things and you still feel a level of feeling unfulfilled. Why? And it's because that soul is craving, longing for its soul purpose. So in this portal, you no longer chase, you become. And when you become, you attract all of those things and more, as you're in service to your soul designed IP purpose. And prosperity in wealth, health, purpose, relationship follows. So a lot of people think, stepping into your purpose, stepping into your thing, stepping into your passion or business is about money and freedom. All right. But the truth is, and I can tell you as an entrepreneur of 10 years, entrepreneurs work harder than anyone. Right. So why would you want to do that? Just keep the 9 to 5. Right. And it's because if they're in their soul design IP purpose, if they're in their true purpose, okay, it's because they are here solving problems or next level problems, whatever that service is, and they're serving humanity, even if that purpose may seem like it's frivolous, okay, like, oh, I'm singing, I'm a songwriter, I'm an artist. How is that? It's serving humanity in massive ways, okay? Or I'm a dancer, or I talk about this topic, so I change, I work in sustainability. How is that serving humanity? It is, okay? If it is your purpose. And you can get clarity on exactly what that is when you get the reading into your identity, sacred geometry profile signature. All right. So what happens when you serve humanity? Conscious, circular economy, conscious capitalism. You go into something that is called your beyond order leader. And this sustains wealth over decades. where you are compelled, you must serve. It feels good. It's energy giving. All right. Yeah. So if you feel like serving is beneath you, then leadership is out of your reach, because they come together. Okay? Great leaders serve, but we don't serve from the elements of our signature called our false elements. F-A-L-S-E, false, not who you are. When we serve from there, it gives us a bitter taste, right? And you may have been serving from that place. So it's like, I don't want to serve. There's a downside to being in my purpose. I don't want to serve, okay? Because we think we're not going to go into our leader. It's not going to give us that fulfillment. But your soul designed IP purpose does, and it proves all areas of your life because you're fulfilled, okay? So why have I been doing this Liberate Me, identity, activation, and work for 10 years? Not for money, believe it or not, right? Because my soul is fulfilled when I help people. If I added up all the time and the hours and the energy and the love in serving people, and anyone that's been served by me and reciprocated that will tell you this is like nothing else. The level of attention and love and service is beyond what is being paid for. Okay? So when you give from your soul purpose, and it has to be that you're giving for your true elements, and we need to check that, okay? Because you may be not giving from your true elements, and then you're like, yeah, this giving, serving stuff, no thanks, okay? I'm not doing that anymore, okay? I'm locking down. So feel that. But you will feel happier than when you just receive and get stuff when you're not serving from your true soul, IP, intellectual property purpose. So the real seed to plant inside of this portal is, what is that purpose? Okay. And also, how can I turn my purpose into income? Okay. Income, money in the sacred is love. You want to be open to receiving that. So everybody receives. Okay. It's circular. It's conscious capitalism. So how can I turn my purpose into profits? Write that down. Write down the answer. And how can I take this purpose, this talent, and if you don't know what it is, we can help you identify what it is, to millions. And it doesn't have to be to millions, because it could just be to your people, okay, that you receive millions out of financially and in love and in fulfillment, okay? Feel that and write down the answers and share them. If you don't know the answers, I don't know the answers, I want to know the answers, tell me the answers, and we can activate that with you, okay? Because this is going to set the tone for the next decade. So, and my wish for you is to really take this decade, this start in 2026, new life, new identity, and be in your purpose. And because it is a blessing to wake up and serve and be paid for that, right? Be in your light and bring light. And that doesn't mean it's all sunshine and rainbows and cuddly toys, okay? But we're not trying to not have problems and not have things that are difficult in life. We're trying to have ones of purpose and value that align to your true elements. So that's the invitation from the sacred today, okay? And I will offer you what we're calling a boutique consultancy assessment on your purpose, how to find your purpose. Well, we can read it for you, with you, okay? And how to turn who you are, what you are, your message, your talent, your passion, and to become paid for it, and why it's so important, okay? That you haven't lost your mind, you're not selfish or egotistical, or it's not, this, I gotta go out there and serve and it's gonna completely diminish me. Not at all, okay? Why this can happen in a beautiful way. So if this resonates, then reach out Yeah, you can reach out and ask for an assessment. You can just put the word assessment if that makes it easier in the comments, or you can reach out with that, okay? And do like, comment, subscribe. It is really supportive. I'm really grateful. The sacred is grateful. Turn on the notifications, share this. It just helps to support it so I can keep putting these transmissions out there, and we can come together in this sacred space, or in the space where you get practical advice and move through things in big ways to activate more of who you're here to be, what you're here to enjoy, and what you're here to do. So this is one activation. They're coming through thick and fast now, so there will be another and then possibly another. So definitely turn on your notifications. If you're on the email list, great. If you're not, sign up for Reset and Liberate, and that will automatically put you on the email list, so you will start to receive these transmissions or get notifications for them, because they're going to be wild and wonderful. Any questions, any feelings, any thoughts, anything that's showing up for you, please share, because we're truly all in this together. These are communal energies. We are all equals here, and I love to hear from you. So take it easy until the next transmission. Lots of love for now. Bye-bye.